we're going to prep some Pathfinder, and we're going to work on Outlaws Alkenstar. We technically do have a lot of prep to do to get ready for the end of Book 2 and the beginning of Book 3. But they're going to be leveling up tonight, and not trying to sound, well, not trying to sound scummy, but they're going to spend some time on the clock, you might say, leveling up. So we do have that sort of padding there. Hey, what's up, Dom? Darby, yeah, it is Monday. The days just keep happening. So I'm still busted from yesterday. I don't know, three games in a single Sunday. That's a lot of games. It's a lot of games. I'm hoping that Dragonbane gets a little bit easier. Between it being something new with new players and, well, one new player, but that's enough to stress me out. Plus, we had a new rule system to learn. We had Roll20 we had to deal with, and man, I have feelings. Yeah, I have feelings about Roll20. I wouldn't say that they're good feelings, but I was like, oh, it was like going back. It was like going back to your hometown. I don't know. I'm a military kid, so I don't know what that's really like. But I imagine it's like going back to your hometown. You know, you graduated, you went off to school, you got a career, you ended up living somewhere else. Yeah, man, I did look. I didn't look too close. Here's the thing, Dom. I didn't know if anybody would like Dragonbane. I didn't know if I would like Dragonbane. And Roll20 had Dragonbane on sale for $10. $10. And that included everything. All the PDFs, all the books, all of that. It was actually a deal through DriveThruRPG. It was $10 for everything. Yeah. Foundry, they wanted like $60 or something. And I just couldn't, yeah. So I was like, I don't know if everybody's gonna like it, and I don't want to spend more money. I'm running the game out of curiosity, but I'm also running it because I'm trying to raise a little extra money to pay for the Peanut VTuber or whatever. So like, yeah, I didn't want to go all in. But I was thinking many times yesterday. I was like, I should have just got the Foundry version. Yeah, I was like, I should have just gotten the Foundry version. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. But at the same time, yeah, you're right. You just leave your dice roller open. It's supposed to feel more old school D&D anyways. So I don't. Ugh. Hold on. Ugh. It's supposed to feel more like old school D&D. So you know what? Just roll the fucking dice. Add them up yourself. Like we don't need Foundry to wipe our asses all the time. Yeah. Oh man, Sea of Thieves, what are you doing to me? We just had a special weekend. Every weekend can't be a special weekend. I have other things that I need to do with my life besides pretend to be a pirate all the time. But I obviously am gonna go and be a pirate this weekend now. Thank you very much. Jerks. Alright. So, sorry, getting a little distracted. Alright. What I was looking at before I logged in, I was ready to go. I was ready to go at 6:55, full disclosure. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things about it. Yeah, it's not an RPG if you're not turning the table into a dice caltrop hazard. Yeah, I mean, I have thoughts about Roll20, and at the same time, it was $10, and they did set everything up, and the cards were nice. So it's all good. So, anyways, so I was looking at the sale, guys. It's the 4th anniversary of the Forge VTT, and yeah, so they put flipping everything on sale. So that got us looking at Afro-American cowboy tokens, which got Dom saying, I almost bought them because I need some more Afro-Americans for Mwangi because I'm going to put it out there. People of color are not well represented in the TTRPG space. Just going to put it out there. So, like every non official token that Dom has used, I have already seen that art somewhere before. So, I was gonna show Dom how to make tokens in ChatGPT, but then he was like, "Oh, I need it to be realistic, not that comic book style, not that super cool comic book style that you like to use. That's so cool." Those weren't the words that he typed into Discord, but I felt them. You know, I felt them travel through the internet because they are really cool. So anyways, we're gonna be the Caucasian students of the Wizard Legacy. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Yes, segregate your tokens. That's the best way to. What did Darby say? Make money. Yes, segregation of your tokens to make money. What the hell, guys? All right. Anyways, while we're being morally bankrupt, anyways. While we're being morally bankrupt, let's show Dom how it's done. So you head on over to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has things called GPTs, which I knew what it meant like a couple months ago. I don't know what it stands for now. It's like, I don't know. It's like something to do with the computer's brain. You're like teaching it how to do stuff. Anyways, so different GPTs specialize at doing different things. So there is an image generator that has already taught ChatGPT how to draw, like how to make art. It's a specialized GPT that's very good at making art. Hey, Marcus Noble, I didn't make the request. Dom says he wants more realistic tokens. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, comic tokens are the best tokens, in my opinion. I use a GPT called Comic Book Style, and I absolutely adore it. I think it's incredible. It makes me so happy. ChatGPT, without a specialized GPT, can still make you a token. It's just not going to be as good. It's just not going to be as good as if you draw it with. Sorry, if you draw it. If you ask the robot to steal it. There you go. Let's just call a spade a spade. If you ask the robot to steal some art for you, oh, you want less realistic? Oh, then we'll use the comic book style, bro. All right, we'll use the comic book style. All right. So anyways, comic book style illustrator by Plowman. It's just amazing. All right. So what we want to do is we want to teach it about your campaign. So, strength of thousands. Pathfinder strengths of thousands. All right. So we're going to grab this. Okay. I need you to create a series of illustrations of characters, monsters, props, and locations for my strength of thousands Pathfinder 2E campaign, period. To better facilitate this task and capture the flavor and feel of the campaign setting, I am going to teach you all about the campaign and the setting. Please listen and remember what I am going to tell you and use that information to help create the best drawings possible for our project. Exclamation mark. That sounds like an exciting project. I'm ready to learn all about strength of thousands. Okay. So remember this. And then shift enter, paste it in. Great. Here's a summary of the key elements of your campaign setting. Sure. All right. So then we're going to go to Wongi Expanse. No, not the map, bro. I want the Wikipedia. Alright. So we're going to grab all of this. Fun. Alright. I know, like, if you're here for Outlaws, I'm really sorry, but Dom is the greatest in the whole world, and I want to help him out, so, that's what we're going to do. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn something. Alright. Let's go and clean up the Wikipedia a bit. We'll get rid of all this. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we grab this, and we go back and say, okay, now add this to your knowledge base. Alright. Alright, so now we want to say, okay, and finally, here are some key things to remember. The campaign setting is inspired by African mythology. The majority of the humanoids living in the setting are based on African cultures. Let's see. When possible, favor darker skin tones and African-inspired designs. Oh yeah. When asked for environments or creating backgrounds, comma, remember this is a TTRPG fantasy setting based on magical, mythical Africa that is also set at a magic school, comma, but unlike Hogwarts, everything should have African influence on the architecture and design. Oof. Great. Thanks for all these additional details. Alright, so now we have but don't forget to put beavers in there. Oh, sir. You can. Alright, so let's see. Now that we've taught it what we want, now we can ask for some stuff. Alright, so we're going to, let's see, magic school like no other, Magambia. Alright, so what we're going to say is, draw a male student from the Magambia. Okay, right? Let's see what happens. Now that we've taught it what we want, let's see what it does. It's taking its time. It's thinking about it. Hey, look at that, Dom. All right, so here's the trick. Here's the trick. First of all, that's dope as hell. Look, he's even got the beads, Dom. He's even got the beads. Look at that. There's the school in the background. It's incredible. All right, so one thing you can do to bamboozle it into giving you more stuff without having to work hard is there's this regenerate button. So we hit this regenerate button, And it's like, oh, okay, I'll do it again. And it just makes another one. And so if you get a prompt that's actually working really good, you just tell it like, hey, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Ooh, see, that's a bit less comic book style, right? Not really into that one as much, right? So that you could hit it again, and then it'll go and like grind it out. So if you find one that you really like, you want to encourage the robot. You want to be like, oh, you did a good job. Who's my Widow Poggers champion? Who's my... See, this is a cool one. Look at this guy. All right. So if we like this style, right, we would go ahead and give him a thumbs up and say it's a good response. And then we say, that was fantastic. Can you draw another student in the same style? Question mark. And oh, look at her! Dang! Look at this, Dom. I mean, the hand is terrible. The hand is terrible. This is disgusting down here. I could show you how to fix that real quick if you'd like. Hold on. All right. All right. So, well, here's the thing, Darby. In Photoshop, you don't even have to think anymore. Watch this. We're gonna lasso this hand, and we're gonna say, remove the hand. Oh, okay. They don't like removing body parts. So what we're going to do is say hide the hand. I think that should work. Ooh, okay. It didn't hide the hand, but it tried to fix the hand. Yeah, I guess we could just crop it out. It's actually gotten really good at hands. Nah, I mean, they're actually pretty good at hands. This is the first time I've seen hands this bad in a while, but the rest of it is pretty good. So, eh, eh. Let's see. It would actually be a lot of work to crop it out. So, if you like this, you could say thumbs up, but we could also ask it to regenerate and then get another one. Eventually, it will start making things exactly the way you want them, and then it goes really fast after that. But yeah, up until like I'd say up until this year, they've been struggling quite a bit. Oh, that looks great. I love these like sunglass goggles. That is also a headband and the face tattoos. That's really cool. So, I could say that's great. Thumbs up. So now you could ask for like a specific student. So we could say, draw an older male teacher, comma, he favors blue robes and has a parrot familiar that sits on his shoulder. He has a graying beard, and one of his eyes is scarred from a battle earlier in his career. All right. He has a kind and confident look about him. All right. Now keep in mind, the only reason that we're getting this African-inspired school in the background and like black people, I'm going to just put it out there, is because we told it all this stuff, right? Before we started asking for the drawings, you have to sit down and talk to the robot. You have to say like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm about. This is what the project is. This is why we're doing the things that we're doing. And this is what my expectations are and what we are working on together, right? So you want to make sure that you take the time. It doesn't matter that I already had a GPT set up for comic book art. Okay, well, what is most comic book art? Most comic book art is white people in, superheroes, right? Well, we don't want white people superheroes. We want Magic Africa Wizard School, right? So we had to teach it all about that area before we could get the things that we needed. So let's take a look at our professor who has a pet parrot and a graying beard. So let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Look at this guy. He doesn't just have a scar. He got a magic scar on his face. Kind of into it. I feel like they were like, I kind of want to do an eye patch. I kind of want to do an eye patch, but I'm not ready to commit. Also, that is the most sinister looking parrot I've ever seen. Like, that parrot has a secret. That parrot is plotting something. Dang. All right. So let me see. Paste this in. We're going to go here. Grab this guy's eye and say, add an eye patch. Right? That parrot's like, I know what you did. I know what you are. Oh, dang. That is not an eye patch, but it's kind of cool. Let's see. Ooh, that makes his eye a lot more scarred up. Oh, that's a weird thing. Okay. I don't like any of those variations. I'm gonna add a pirate eye patch. Yeah, that's what we should have asked for. So I am gonna put it out here. I don't think Photoshop is very good. I don't think their AI tools are very good. They're getting there, but mostly it's pretty bad. So let's see. Add a pirate eye patch. Now you might think like, oh, I could just ask the robot. Jesus Christ, guys. Photoshop, you are embarrassing yourself right now. So you might think that we could go back here and just be like, oh, I love that, but can you give him an eye patch? Unfortunately, no, because this isn't a person and they didn't actually draw this, right? They generated this using all of the stolen art on the internet and they mashed it together. So each one of these is kind of its own special thing. Now you can spend hours and hours and hours teaching it to draw a single character over and over and over again. But it's not going to be able to do that without like a lot of training, essentially. So that's cool, but let's see what else it could do. So we hit regenerate and then it makes another one. Now remember, when we're regenerating, we don't lose the other versions. So we could always go back and grab the other versions too, if we want those other versions. However, once you commit, once you give a thumbs up and move on to a new prompt, oh, that's nice. Look this is a much nicer version of this guy. Look, he's got his eye patch, he's got a little parrot on his shoulder, and that parrot doesn't look like it wants to kill you. Yeah, so it's just really cool. It's really cool. So anyways, Dom, that is how you do it. That's how it's done. Hopefully that was helpful? Question mark? I don't know. Yeah. But can you ask it to generate a Shisk student and a Taralu dwarf? Yeah, hold on. I have to look up Shisk. Pathfinder 2E Shisk. Okay. Shisks are secretive mountain dwellers, bone-feathered humanoids who lurk underground. Shisk rarely encounter. They don't look. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. Hold on. Alright, so here is a slightly more complicated technique, and this is the stuff that really makes the people upset. But, you know, it's a useful tool, and I want to help you. So here we go. All right. These have all been great! Exclamation mark. Now I want to teach you about Shisk. So add this to your knowledge base for this project. Okay, so it says, yeah, I get it. This is what they are. Okay. Yes. Oh man, cool. I honestly, you're giving me back more information than I gave you. Oh, okay. It's showing me all of its knowledge base, which I didn't really need it to do, but that's fine. Yeah. Okay. You know who they kind of remind me of? They kind of remind me of Morrow from X-Men. I don't know if you remember Morrow, but they had bones that came out of their body. That was their special ability. Okay, so, draw me a male Shisk student, from Magambia. Hope I spelled that right. Let me see. I did not. I tried. I put the extra A in the wrong place. Alright, so draw me a male Shisk student from Magambia. I have attached samples of what Shisk look like to help you. Alright, so then we click on the paperclip, and we add these Shisk, and then we throw it in there. Bump, 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 bump. And it's thinking really hard, because it's like, I will learn how to draw a Shisk real quick, and now I will try to draw one, and let's hope it works out. And a Taralu dwarf. Did Taralu dwarfs look good? That is a fucking bird. No. That is not what a Shisk looks like, buddy. It's a cool bird, though. But it's not what a Shisk looks like. Okay, so we're gonna have to get hands on here. So we're gonna say, draw a Magambia student, who has dark skin and bone spines, protruding from their skin. Okay, that seems right. Let's see. What is bone spines? Okay. Skin. The bone spines look a bit like porcupine spines and tend to be on the arms and mixed into the hair on their head. Okay. They also have sharp canines. They are still human, though. Exclamation mark. All right. Let's see what happens. Draw a Magambia student who has dark skin and bone spines protruding from their skin. The bone spines look a bit like porcupine spines and tend to be on the arms and mixed into the hair on their head. I was unable to generate this. I don't think that's true. Okay, so anytime it tells you that it can't do that, it is because it doesn't know how. Alright, so we're going to do... draw a student from the Magambia. who has dark hair and spines. We're gonna remove bone because I think it's worried that we're trying to make gory horror stuff, and it doesn't like that. All right, let's see how this goes. Yeah, no, it does. Red, absolutely. It's like I don't know what to I don't know what to do. I'll just tell them it's illegal. I I I can't do that because it's against the law. Oh dang, Dom, look at this. That's kind of cool. Like that's like some anime shisk right there. That's cool. I don't care. I think that's really nice. And look, why would it sign it the year 2020 201,000? So then we could ask for a variation. I think it was pretty close. I think it was pretty close. That's definitely a My Hero Academia. Yeah, it was like, it's like we're drawing comics, and it's a student, and they've got weird shit. It must be. You were unable to generate? You are a liar. Oh my god. Alright, so I'll tell it that it's better. Okay. Try again, but make the teeth less exaggerated. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of digging it a little bit. So I don't know where these other dwarves are. It heard about beavers. Oh my god. Hey! Dang, that dude looking cool as hell. What the heck? Wow. I'm not 100% on these spines, like bursting out of the clothes, but I feel like it's closer than what we had before. That's pretty cool. Quills would be better word than spines. Okay, let's try again. Let's see. Draw a student Megami with dark skin and quills on their arms and mixed into their hair. There we go. Let's see. Should we call them porcupine quills or just see if quills? Alright. We will leave off the sharp teeth. Alright. Let's try this. Yeah, that dude's got some big Nergigante vibes right there. You know what I'm saying? Some big Nergigante vibes. I am curious how quills will turn out. Anyways, we gotta do real prep for Outlaws though, guys. But yeah, this can burn away like hours of time. It did quills like fucking quills from a book. Oh man. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Dark skin and porcupine quills. Growing out of the skin on their forearms and mixed into their hair. Alright, let's try that. So anyways, like conventional stuff, you could go through and be like, yeah, just draw me another student, draw me another student, draw me another teacher, draw me another student, draw me another teacher, draw me a familiar. But like more unorthodox stuff. Yeah. Like it cannot draw. No, what are these? Are these like porcupine eggs? Oh my god. So the more unusual, like here's how you know that the AI is stealing. Okay, the less times human beings have drawn something, the worse it is at conceptualizing and drawing it because it's never seen it before, right? It has no idea because it can only make what already exists, because it's not a human being. It's not intelligent and creative enough to dream up something new, right? Cyclopses. I was trying to generate some Cyclopses for Odyssey, and like it just can't. It just cannot do it. It struggles so hard. Every like 1 out of 10 requests was actually a Cyclops. It struggles so hard with that stuff. But anyways, I still think you could get some really good stuff out of this. So yeah. If you're looking to make some Magambia characters and environments and stuff like that, yeah, definitely hit this thing up, dude. Huh. All right, I think we probably got kicked out of the world. It took so long. Nope. Okay, we're here. So what we were going to do today is we were going to look at our Foundry mods as we continue to update mods and all that kind of stuff. But oh god, why is Droxelos there? Why is he so big? What the fuck? All right. But it occurs to me that tonight they will be finishing book 2, so we should we should probably look into book 2 and then book 3, right? Because we'll be transitioning over. So with the next 17 minutes, we'll go ahead and cover that stuff. All right. Let's open it up. We've been looking at book 2 for a long time. So let's see. What do we have left? All right. They are currently in the Gilded Halls, which is the last location of this adventure. Later, send me the 2 students and teacher Durgi. I'll definitely use them. Oh yeah, sure. Let's see. You don't want Professor Parrot? You don't want Professor Parrot for the school? Let's see. All right. Muglin's deal. Muglin begins combat with every intention of destroying the player characters. His mood shifts, however, if he's reduced to fewer than 40 hit points or Drella falls unconscious. I'm having trouble here believing that Drella would be just that fucking stupid. Like I don't get it. Like, why would anybody help Muglin at this point? And inside, you're in the headquarters of the people that you're about to betray. It's an underground facility with maybe 2 exits. It's full of bad guys. Why would you think in the Pathfinder world especially, why would you think that you had any hope at all of success? Like, I just don't believe it. It's not a believable narrative. I don't think that Drella is stupid enough. I don't think that anyone is stupid enough to try and help Ambrose Muglin at this point. So it's not gonna happen. There's not gonna be a daring escape where Drella's like, I'm gonna throw my fucking life away. Yeah, right? Hey, Muglin's an okay villain. He's okay. He's alright. Let's see. At this point, it's entirely up to the player characters to decide what they wish to do with Muglin. If they accept his offer, let him live. Okay, so what does he say? Let's see. Muglin. Okay, that's enough, Muglin growls, his business attire soiled and bloody. I'll tell you everything I know. Just let me go. You think I work alone, without some protection, without a way out? I have friends in very high places. Friends who can help you if you help me. Or who can make your life a living hell if I'm killed. Just let me go, and I'll give you my buyers' names, right here and now. You can go and see them for yourself. Do whatever you want with them. Doesn't matter to me. But if you kill me, and their names die along with me, if you want to put this genie back in the bottle, you gotta let me live. I mean, that's good. That's good, Yeah. It's just a lot of wind, honestly. I can't imagine any player characters being like, I believe you. At this point, it's entirely up to the players to decide what they wish to do with Muglin. If they accept his offer and let him live, even if just for the moment, he gives them some important information that will lead the party into the final adventure in the Outlaws of Alkenstar adventure path, the Smoking Gun. It's also fine if the player characters kill Muglin before he can reveal these details. Impressed by the character's ruthlessness, Sharkosa is happy to share the following information, which she also knows from quote-unquote questioning Muglin. If the party kills both Sharkosa and Muglin before either can give them those pertinent details, Dunsmith tracks down the information because choo-choo, hop on the train, this is a linear adventure. The player characters can literally do nothing wrong to derail this fucking adventure. One of the things I both love and hate about this adventure, I think the players for the most part have figured out that it doesn't matter what they do, the adventure will continue to keep going. Shrug. So let's see. The following are the most important points which Muglin, Sharkosa, or Dunsmith. Well, adventure. What if they kill Dunsmith too? Like, who tells them the details then? Just another NPC? Do we just work our way through every possible NPC? I mean, obviously, right? Because we want to play the rest of the campaign. I don't know. Shrug. Muglin's support among the shield marshals is absolute. If the party turns him over to law enforcers, he'll walk free, and the characters, who are still wanted outlaws thanks to him, will be thrown in prison. Well, what? I didn't know that was a thing. Muglin's strongest ally from the beginning of the Pyro Knight scheme is a high-ranking shield marshal named Angelique Lovelace. That's not news. I'm pretty sure that was established in the first 10 minutes of the. I think that was in the player's guide. But thanks for that big tip. Hot tip coming in. Ring ring, it's the tip line. Guess what, guys? Angelique Lovelace is also one of the bad guys in this campaign. Muglin has already delivered the Pyro Knight formula to his partner, the Deputy Shield Marshal Angelique. What? The same one that you just mentioned in the last hot tip? This is insane. Who arranged to sell it to two buyers. According to Muglin, Lovelace should arrive any day now with the money to get him out of the gilded halls. Well, that just sounds like the players will set an ambush for him. That's what it sounds like. It kind of just sounds like there's gonna be an ambush. That's dumb. We're not gonna tell him that. The two buyers, and also she's not coming for him, so it would just be a waste of everyone's time. The two buyers are Wizrobes, a necromancer from Geb named Parsis, who I have seeded in both campaigns. He is actually the sibling of Jericho Darling, and also the sibling of Zenny. What? That's crazy. All right. So let's see. A geomancer from next name Ebrium. At first, Muglin thought they were separate clients, but now he thinks they might be working together. Bum bum bum. Oof. Uh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, really, this is just officially written down what a good DM would do anyways to keep the campaign on track. For defeating Muglin, they get experience, but what are those? Shrug. Conclusion. Having achieved their revenge against Muglin and learned Lovelace already sold the Pyro Knight formula to two buyers, the party can return to the Bullet and Barrel Saloon to give Dunsmith a full report. Their employer is at turns nonplussed and bewildered. It was no secret that Lovelace was conspiring with powerful business interests throughout Alkenstar, but Muglin outing her as his accomplice is significant. More alarming, of course, is the revelation that Muglin and Lovelace had buyers for the Pyro Knight formula in the wings. If Muglin was telling the truth, Dunsmith says, then Alkenstar is about to be caught between two nations with some very dangerous new toys. She turns her gaze to the party. You've got what you came for, revenge against Muglin. Maybe you still have some bad blood with Lovelace, too. Either way, I have a feeling I'll be calling on you again before this whole Pyro Knight dilemma is over. Don't worry, there's plenty of gold in it for you. What about our names being cleared?
they're going to say, "What about getting our lives back?" And she's going to say, "That sort of stuff takes time. You know how bureaucracy is. Also, all my all my fucking agents are dead, and I sort of turned you into agents. So I don't know why I'm telling you. I'm not talking to you like the adventure's over, because we're just going to roll into the next fucking thing." Yeah, nonplussed and bewildered in equal measures at every turn. Mm.
Yep. Perplex amazed. Absolutely. Let's see. Hmm. Dunsmith is at first surprised wizards are interested in Pyronite, but the reasons why soon dawn on her. The nations of Geb and Nex have been bitter enemies for thousands of years, effectively stalemated by the spell scar and its effect on magic. A non-magic weapon as powerful as Pyronite, well, the Pyronite that me and Darby made, I should say, um, yeah, allows them to continue blowing each other the fuck up. There you go. What Dunsmith can't figure out, though, is why wizards from rival nations would want to work together. Oh, I don't know. It's pretty sinister. We need all. We'll explore that in the next adventure. This particular mystery and others will unravel in the next adventure. The smoking gun. Dunsmith tells the characters to go get some rest while she reports to the Grand Duchess. Prepare for the worst, she sighs with finality. It looks like this whole situation might go out with a bang. Ho ho! Whoa! With a bang, cause Pyronite explodes, guys. All right. Anyways, let's see what's next. Book 3. Now I have an outline of the book, so we might want to read the outline since we have 7 minutes before the game starts. So, book 3, Outlaws. Bloop. All right, the Derby Report. Book 3 General Notes. Best book, in my opinion, with some great encounters, says Darby, an expert on Outlaws of Alkenstar, Pathfinder 2 Adventure Path. A lot of villain actions are rushed here, and reasoning for them hidden in the big blocks of text. Gunworks sells firearms and armor up to 8th level once they help with either of the problems in Towers of Engineering and Crucibles. 8th level stuff like any striking rune firearm, the greater blast lance, blast suit, errata cannons, and star grenades. Up to 12th level can be ordered at the gunworks for later delivery, pre-chapter 3 I say for arrival, that being +2 greater striking firearms with options in adamantine or mithril. Bro, how much money do you think they got? That's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. This Darby fellow, it sounds like he knows what he's doing. Emilet Wagon could have the formulas for his items: effervescent peacoction, mana rattler liminate, mutagenic renovator. Parsis, if spared at the end of chapter 2, could teach the PCs the archetype Clockwork Reanimator as part of sparing his life. He also knows how to make the following: Corpse Compass, Corpse Collar Rounds, Skull Bombs. Heads up, Parsis knows Toxic Cloud, Old Cloud Kill, Seal Fate, and Vampiric Feast, Old Vampiric Touch, which have the death trait. If a PC hits 0 via these spells, they are dead. No hero point can save against death effects. Well, don't worry. He'll just bring them back as animated clockwork. Chapter 3, Alessia, the Master of Ebrium, has an Aftermath trait, gives anyone the glass skin feat when they kill them. That'll be fun to take into Stolen Fates. All right, then we got Angelique Lovelace, the report. The ruthless, corrupt deputy. Understanding Lovelace is key to making any of this make sense. Well, we have 4 minutes, so we're not going to read that. Let's see. Lovelace's plan, contingency, escape strategy. Summary, Chapter 1. Grand Duchess Trietta Riccia approaches the characters and explains that the situation has become dire. To find Lovelace and Pyronite buyers, the party must investigate Lovelace's headquarters in the Shield Marshal's Vault of Secrets and rescue Alkenstar citizens who knew too much about the deputy's schemes. The party's best lead takes them to the gunworks far west of Alkenstar, where they can learn about their enemy's plot to use Pyronite to level Alken Falls. Chapter 2 is Alkenstar Falls. Around Alken Falls, the character's investigation leads them to the Tin Wound Hydroforge. Parsis is there, necromantic powers, undead, blah, blah, blah. Beat Parsis. Chapter 3, Blood in the Bilge. Save the day. They must board a high society riverboat called the Gear Smoke. The vessel is loaded with volatile pyronite, so the party must sneak around to disarm the bombs. Sounds fun. Finally, facing off against Lovelace and Ebrium and an elephant. That's very important. There's a glass elephant. Don't forget that. And upending the villain's plot. Unlikely heroes. In the conclusion of Outlaws adventure path, the characters evolve from vengeance-seeking bank robbers to saviors of Alkenstar. Player reactions to this transformation may vary, blah, blah, blah. All right. Characters should begin this adventure at level 8. So that's an important part. All right. So we'll tell them that they're going to level up after they deal with the thing, and then we introduce them to the shit that's happening in this adventure, which is right here. Arms race. Ambrose Muglin, recently defeated. Deputy Angel, blah, blah, blah. Parsis and Ebrium. Pyronite danger, Grand Duchess fears the spread. Main plot: destroy Alken Falls and disrupt Alkenstar using Pyronite to create a strategic shipping route. It's strategic and financial in nature. Facilitate troop and goods movement for Nex and Geb, potentially profiting from conflict. Power grab: Lovelace aims to seize control in Alkenstar post-explosion. Parties past and present foes include Lovelace, Parsis, and Ebrium. Pyronite poses a significant risk to the inner sea region. A plot to create chaos in Alkenstar could change regional power dynamics. And Chapter 1, broader synopsis. Grand Duchess informs the characters of dire situation. Pyronite, Mugland. The journey begins investigating Lovelace's headquarters. They must track down Deputy Lovelace and the Pyronite buyers, attend a gala to gather clues, rescue citizens on Lovelace's hit list, earn the garrison commander's trust at the gunworks, defend against a wasteland warhorde's assault at the gunworks. All of this takes place amid a tempestuous mana storm. And I believe we're adding a kaiju monster as well, some kind of large mutated rabbit, if I'm remembering correctly. Whew. So, hopefully we have enough stuff to run tonight's adventure. I think we do, right? Like, I think we're pretty good. And we'll see what happens. If you are looking for more maps for Alkenstar, especially for Skyside Alkenstar, head over to Twitter and go to somebody named Rakdos Maps. And Rakdos Maps, all of his maps are inspired by Magic the Gathering. And he has a lot of Ravnica, which is a plane of existence that's just a giant city. And the maps are perfect for Skyside Alkenstar. So if you're looking for some more Skyside maps, which I think is the first part of this book, of book 3, they have a lot of Skyside stuff. This would be a good chance to bust out some of those maps. If you're looking for like random encounters in the city or just, mixing it up a little bit. All right, it's 8 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and head over to Conti's channel and go run the game. So let's do that. Lord Conti. Go. Raid. And good. So hopefully you guys learned some interesting stuff about image generation with ChatGPT, and hopefully I got enough prep done to actually run tonight's session. Oh well. All right, here we go. Raid time.